What's going on, guys? So today we have a value-packed video, so get your notes, get your pen and paper ready, because we're going to talk about how to build a highly converting premium brand from scratch with any product. So this goes into my favorite apps, this goes into setting up the website. Maybe if you're lucky, as a bonus, I'll even create the ads and launch them on TikTok. But in order for me to do that, you need a like, you need a comment, you need to subscribe down below. I need to see the enthusiasm if you really want that juicy bonus. But I know you guys can do it, so if you do, hit that like button down below. I'll make sure to give you all of the best content. But today we're gonna create the name, the logo, the domain. We're gonna do customer research. We're gonna create a highly converting product description. We're gonna build basically everything for this brand so that you know exactly what to do whenever you're testing a product on a one product store. So without further ado, let's get into it. Now I'll explain why I decided to sell this product. Honestly, I was just doing a little bit of research and I found this kid right here. And when she stared directly into my eye sockets with this hair curling device, I knew I had to sell it. I mean, come on. This is a no-brainer right here. It's marketed to females. It's a high value item right here. It solves a massive pain point because curling irons are a pain in the ass. They can burn your hand. They can take forever to get curls and they just don't last that long. And I would never know this until I actually did a little bit of research before this video. But guys, this is a really cool product and I love marketing to females because they love buying products a lot more online than guys. And I don't think that's sexist to say. I think that's just basic facts. So as we can see right here, there's a lot of great clips online, but it's mainly of this type of hair curler. It's like this more cylinder, it's like a can type of hair curler. I decided after doing a little bit of research to go with this version right here, which is more of a, sort of like a flower bouquet in a way type of shape. I'm gonna try to be PG friendly with this. But yes, this is the automatic curler we're gonna be going with. So just to show you some clips from this, as we can see right here, we got this girl curling her hair. Ooh, she's looking good. Ready for the beach, ready for some clubbing out here. She's looking fine like a dime. So is she right there. So clearly there's some great clips that we can use for our ads already. I found a few ads just using AdSpy. I highly recommend using this tool, but after we found out the product that we like, we need to figure out the supplier. And I decided to do some research on AliExpress, on CJ Dropshipping, and the best supplier was this one right here because they have different colors. And guess what? USPS. That's 4 to 13 days shipping right there. And nowadays, I don't recommend ever selling a product that has longer than 2-week shipping times. And I just figured out after scaling a store past 70 grand, you're gonna have a lot of people asking for their orders and it can be a bit of a pain in the ass if your shipping times are longer. So you can source a product on CJ Dropshipping, you can post sourcing requests to automatically get 2-week shipping. But right here, I mean, straight from AliExpress, I have no problem. Free shipping, this is costing me 24 bucks. It's an absolute steal. Probably gonna sell this for around $54, $59.99. It's got all the different colors, blue, red, black. I think this is gonna be our supplier. But the next step is to come up with the name for our business because the name of our business is most likely also gonna be the name of the product. So when I'm trying to actually come up with the business name, I always go on businessnamegenerator.com and Namelix. And what I do is I just type in the main keywords. So what I would most likely do is hair, curler, curling, stuff like that. So we'll just copy that over, click generate, and we're gonna do the same thing over at Namelix. Click on generate, and we're gonna see what kind of names that we actually get. So let's scroll down here. We got crosshair, we got flare hair. Flare hair doesn't actually sound that bad. I might wanna have something with curls because this is a curler. So we got curler goddess, not too shabby. We got, ooh, look at that. Curler Bay, Curling Hut, Curler Zio. Wow, that's like an app or something like that. But I'm gonna go through these right here, get a nice little list so that we can just skip the process and go to the next step. Alrighty, ladies and gents, your boy's done the hard work and this is the names. Emerald Curls, we got Heaven Hair, which I like a lot. Cute Curls, I like the alliteration too, Dunkin' Donuts, stuff like that. Glam Curls, Salon Curls, Perfect Curls. Now, you might have the name that you think is the best for our product right here. I'm thinking, what sort of embodies this? It could be salon curls, glam curls is pretty solid, but I think cute curls is the one standing out to me. So I'm gonna look this up on GoDaddy and see if it's available. And bada bing, bada boom. Now, if I was an absolute baller, I mean, I'm willing to pay $1,600 for this, but I don't know if the product is a winner yet. If it is, I'll definitely buy that.com because your boy's got some cash to splash. But you know what? I think we're probably gonna do something, a little bit of an alternative. Let's see if we got like Shop Cute Curls. Yeah, there we go. So shopcutecurls.com, $2.99. Don't mind if I do. Let's get our domain secured. So next we have to design our logo, and you can do this for free on Canva real quick. I typically like to do this just because it gives me a good placeholder, and then if the brand really takes off, I'll hire a really professional logo designer for 100, 200, 300 bucks like that just to get a good logo. But for instance, we can just do something like Cute Curls. I like to capitalize everything. And then if we get a nice little font, it's tough to say which would be the right one. It could be Sinzel, it could be Alice. Alice is, yeah, that's not bad, honestly. And then I would want some sort of graphic on top of that. So if you go to elements, you can look up graphics. So if we did hair, go to graphics, we can see a bunch of these right here. So this could maybe be it. Oh, that is the Karen haircut. Cute curls. So we could do something like this. Personally though, I think I'm gonna be doing a little bit of working around, and we might actually go with this sort of pink color. I actually like that. But the other alternative is you can hop onto Fiverr, you can pay a designer 10, 20 bucks just to get you a nice little logo going on right here. Like Emma Martin right here, she can design my logo in 4 hours. I might consider doing that for the sake of the video. And really, 1-day delivery, that is absolutely amazing. So you guys, all you have to do, just look up logo design on Fiverr. You can specify your budget, what kind of style you like. I'm more of a minimalist type of guy. Then you can do budget real quick. So let's say your budget's like 20 bucks, and I wouldn't really recommend spending more than 20 bucks on a beginner's logo. And then when you get more advanced, when you get into branding, then you can spend a little bit more money. Alrighty everyone, so I think this is gonna do it for now. It's not the most transparent in the world, but I'm just thinking for ad purposes, when I actually slap this onto an ad, this will work, and I think it's a good beginner's logo. It'll get the job done. So now that we got our logo done, we got our domain done, we need to actually get into the website portion. Alrighty, so now that we created our brand new Shopify account, we got our free trial going on. We're just playing around. You need to set up the pages and the menus for your store. Now, the first thing you need to do is hop onto settings, bottom left, click onto legal, and you're gonna generate your privacy policy, refund policy, all of this. So you're gonna click create from template, boom. Scroll down, privacy policy, boom. Then terms of service. Now, when you do this, there are gonna be certain placeholders that you need to fill out. Like as you can see right here, I named my store Fancy Hair Clippers, but that's not actually the name anymore. So it's gonna be the Cute Curls. So you wanna actually go through this, and I know it's tedious, I know it's boring, but when you're selling to a lot of customers, they are gonna check out these policies. And if they say, huh, why is this company's policies in a different company name? That's a little sketchy. And that might cause them to refund. That has happened to me in the past where people will go through my policies and they'll say, hey, there's 3 different emails here, or there's 3 different business names, and I don't feel comfortable shopping here. So make sure you're thorough. You can see literally there's parentheses like, hey, look at this. Add or subtract any other tracking technologies used. So you want to get rid of all these parentheses and stuff like this. It is going to make a difference long term when you are scaling. And then once you do that, you're going to hop onto the pages tab. You're going to click add page, and you're just going to copy everything that you did. So right here, we got my terms of service. So we would copy that, paste it on over, and we would name this page terms of service. Now you're going to rinse and repeat, and I'm going to show you all the other pages that you're going to need. So here's all the other pages I recommend. So privacy policy, refund policy, cancel order policy, terms of service, contact us, shipping times, track your order. I mean, geez Louise, that is a lot of pages. But let me just take a look into a few of these so you know what to do. So Cute Curls, we got the very simple paragraph right here for the cancel order policy. I see Nike do this. That's what I modeled it off of. So you know we only work with the best. We got terms of service, which is in legal. Contact us. This is how I word it for any questions. And then you wanna hop into the right here, theme template. Usually this will say default page, so you wanna switch it to contact, because when you do, and you click view page, it'll show a little form where they can fill it out, and then it automatically goes to your email if they have any questions. So your customers have a place to reach out to you. Now, after your contact us section, you're gonna have shipping times and track your order. So for shipping times, this is the template I always use on all of my product pages. So even on the store that's converting at 5%, I am very transparent. I tell people there's 8 to 20 business days, and they're fine with it. So don't worry if your shipping times aren't necessarily ideal right now. If you're honest and transparent, that is the best policy you can follow, and it does work. It doesn't matter if it's 8 to 20 days. People are more patient than you think, but some people can be impatient, especially when you're in the customer support section of your store. When you're really doing that and you don't have a virtual assistant, oof, you think everyone hates you. Oh, it is not fun. I always recommend outsourcing it. Now, for track your order, this is the final page. I do have some custom coding here. So if you really want this, you can comment down below and I'll just attach it in a comment. But you guys have to want to actually show some interest because I'm not gonna just like paste it in this video. Doesn't really make a lot of sense. Now, the next thing we're gonna do for our brand new store is come up with the menus. Now, I like to have 3 different menus: customer support, main menu, and policies. So the main menu is gonna be at the top of our website, which is going to be, if we go into here, home, buy cute curls. So I take them straight to the product page instead of saying shop, then contact us, track your order. Keep it nice and simple for people. So in order to actually link a new menu item to the product page, what you can do is click add menu item. You can go to link, products, and then you would select the product that you added. And then you can name it buy cute curls or whatever you're selling. So it's as simple as that to add a menu item. It's really, really super duper easy. And then for contact us, you would just link the page that is your contact page. So for all the other menus, as we can see right here, let's get into them because I want to be thorough, guys. You got to be thorough. Details really do matter with these stores. We got customer support. These are all the pages I like to have there. And then finally, we have all our policies, which is a few, and I like to have them all together. And I usually put this at my footer of my website. Now, getting into the nitty gritty, the back end, the engine room that people don't see that makes that train or boat go running, we have to go down to settings. Now, when you're in settings, make sure you have all of your information in here. For general, make sure to blur out my phone number editor. Otherwise, all the ladies are gonna be hitting me up and I can't have another woman, naked girl avalanche at my house. It just keeps happening. Now, next we got payments. I recommend in the beginning to either have Stripe, Shopify payments, and also PayPal to accompany one of those 2 options. So really quick, activate Shopify payments. We're gonna have to complete the setup just like this, individual or sole proprietor. Look at Ethan, look at how good I am at pronouncing words. There we go, so business type, let's do this. Most of you are gonna be individual sole proprietors. I have an LLC, so I would link that. But for most of you guys, you just put your EIN. I'm gonna have to blur out my address there. Yeah, so social security, customer billing, your routing number, blah, 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 blah. So you're gonna have to fill this out in order to actually have people be able to check out, but make sure you do. And then also for PayPal, they're gonna just click on activate PayPal, and then it's gonna ask you to log in, you have to authorize, and then you're usually gonna be good to go. So if I just do this real quick, as we can see, it should give me the thanks for signing up. Yep, there we go. So we got PayPal on the store for now, and then we'll just attach the LLC and all of this good stuff a little bit later. Now the next section is going to be checkout. Now for checkout, these are all the settings I like. Accounts are optional. That's good for a few of the apps we're gonna be using. Customers can check out either using phone number or email. That's big because you wanna do text message marketing to them. Customers can choose to add a phone number. Yes, 1000%. Require last name only, that's totally fine. Shipping address, phone number, we want optional. So again, if they give us the phone number, we can text message them saying, hey, if they abandon cart, saying, hey, you know, here's a discount code, or you left your cart, come back, etc., etc. Now, I like to have tipping, and usually on my store, I will make a good 20, 30 bucks a day just off of tips. So this is a manual section that literally, just from a click of a button, you can make money without doing anything. So it's like, why wouldn't you have it? I mean, it seems like, oh, I'm like a beggar, I'm like a homeless person, I'm asking for tips, like, that's so degrading. No, put that away. You're here to make money. Get those tips. You deserve them. You earned them. For starting a new business, get those tips. Now, next part, use the shipping address. Yep, all of this is cool with me. Show a sign up at checkout, pre-select the sign up option for email marketing, that's cool. I turn off automatically send abandoned checkout emails because I have an app that already does that for me. So I'm not really worried. And then finally, bada bing, bada boom, save that puppy and you are good to go. Next section, shipping and delivery. I know, we are getting really thorough in here. So you're gonna click on manage rates. And when you do that and you scroll on down, this is how I have it all set up. Personally, I'm sort of narrowing down mainly to English countries. I don't like to ship to any other country outside of these 4. So that's where I have my shipping zone. Because if someone tries to purchase from Puerto Rico, it's not gonna give them that option because I know that shipping's gonna be absolutely bonkers. Yonkers, honkers. It's gonna be like $40 for shipping, and I'm not paying that. Just telling you. And for the rates, this is what I like to have. Free shipping always, because 60% of customers will expect that. Then you give them some more options. So this is an upsell, priority insured shipping. It's just a fancy way of saying, hey, we'll consider shipping your item out first, which really, you're gonna ship out all the orders first. You're just gonna place the order usually in bulk, and then your supplier is gonna fulfill it. So really, it's just an upsell for you to make some more money. So, you know, that's a quick little trick for you. Then 3-month warranty plus priority insured shipping. So if you want to offer this, cool. If you want to do 1 month, that's also cool as well. Just basically saying when they receive their item, they have 3 months before, or to make a decision of whether or not they want to keep it. If it breaks down, they can get another one, which you're already going to do even if they don't have a warranty, because that's just good business practice. Now, the final thing I want you to take notice of in settings is gonna be taxes, because you do need to have sales tax depending on where you're from. Now, each country has different rules. America, for instance, I'm from Florida, so I need to charge sales tax in Florida because I have Nexus here. So you would want to set this up by going to tax regions, go to United States. If you're from United States, then making sure you're collecting sales tax in the state that you list as your address for your business. But now that we got that all out of the way, we need to find some good videos and images of our product that we can use for our product page and also our video ads. Now, the main places I like to find good videos and creatives is going on to AliExpress. Alibaba is absolutely amazing because these suppliers actually have the item in a lot of cases because they're the manufacturers, which is great. So you get a lot of new creatives and a lot of new clips that you can never find anywhere else on Alibaba. So after that, I like YouTube. I like to actually look at my competitors' ads to see if there's any clips I could maybe take for my own ads, but those are the main places. Alibaba, AliExpress, YouTube, other competitors' ads. That's mainly about it. But how can I forget Amazon? Amazon also has some good listings out there. I see this video right here that I haven't really seen before that showcases my product. Pretty high quality too, it's not too shabby. So this might be something I wanna save and purposely repurpose into an ad. Then we got other Amazon listings. I'm on Alibaba as well. We got the same type of video, but it's got all this watermarks. Ugh, does not look good. Now, I'm also looking at some competitors' websites. We got this cool little image right here that I think I'm definitely gonna use. That's just a really good background. Haven't found that with any of the other suppliers. Then we got this clip right here. So again, you're gonna have to go through Alibaba through a few listings to really see which ones are available. Like this one right here. Ooh, let's take a look. Oh, she's curling. Oh, she's going. She's looking good. She's looking party ready. Look at that. She's confident. She's sexy. She's beautiful. She's powerful. You go, queen. And of course, we're gonna look at ads of our competitors just to really see, hey, what benefits can we take? What kind of ad clips? I mean, look at this ad right here. This is a really good one. Power curl, curling iron. Maybe not the best name in the world, but I mean, these are some really good clips. And then on YouTube, I was able to find a few videos. Ooh, whoa, that's a little too loud for me. But of this chick using it. Now, obviously, it's not necessarily the best practice to be using other people's clips for your ads without their permission. So in the beginning, I do try to caution you against that. But when you don't have a lot of creatives and you don't actually have the product to film yourself, you have a little bit more leniency. But I would say if you're scaling, definitely switch off to your own content because you can get copyright striked. Alrighty everybody, so we made some decent progress so far, but the most important part is always doing the customer research because you don't want to come up with benefits out of your ass. You don't want to make up anything that you think people care about, especially when you're trying to do a niche that you know nothing about. I'm totally blind here. I don't know anything about hair curling. My hair is just naturally curly. I got that afro. I know it's straight right now because I do that for professionalism, but when it comes to this area, I don't know a whole lot about the pain points. So what I like to do is always go into multiple Amazon listings, look at their descriptions, maybe copying over a few of the benefits because you're like, hey, that makes sense. That looks pretty good. And if you're seeing that over and over and over again, then you know that's clearly a benefit that does matter. Now, the most important part to do your research is reading the reviews, seeing what people are saying, because that is the fastest way to learn what people actually care about. Just reading, as simple as this. So go on multiple listings of the top reviewed listings. So ones that have 500 plus reviews, those are really great. Ones that have less than that, I mean, you're not gonna get a whole lot of information. So I like the ones right here. I mean, 214 is not too shabby. We got this one right here with 17,000. So we're gonna get some great information from these customers and also into descriptions as to what actually does matter. Now, when I'm actually doing research, I like to copy and highlight things and paste them on over to a brand new document. And that's where I like to do the giant conglomeration of everything and make it into my product description. So I like to get usually more benefits and more words than I actually do need, just to have some more options. So when I'm doing this, let's say for instance, I love this benefit right here. Perfect curls in just 3 simple steps. I'll paste that in this category. Now, if I see a review that I really like, this might be something that I paste onto my website because it's the same exact product, so the reviews are gonna be the exact same. I might just hover on this, copy it on over, and then I'll paste it in the customer review section. Now, if I'm looking at ads and I'm like, oh my gosh, this benefit right here, this is killer. Oh my God, I have one of these. So maybe I'll just copy this whole thing on over, and then for ad benefits, I'll paste right here. So this is where I get all my inspiration for my actual copy. Alrighty gang, so it's been about 20 to 30 minutes of research. It might take you a little bit longer because you're probably doing this for the first ever time, but this is what your document should look like. This is a variety of descriptions that I found on Amazon, that I saw on Shopify when I was actually looking at the product. It's a lot. And I went through a lot of the reviews to really get a good idea as to why people are buying this. And I think there's some good reasons, like there really is. Now, I looked at some descriptions of really good ones like Silky Smooth Solutions. They had this pretty much narrowed down. I loved a lot of their benefits. I'm sure I'm gonna be taking a few bits and pieces. Amazon had some good pieces as well. So I think we're at a point where we definitely have enough copy. We definitely have enough words to really come up with the main things. And what I noticed is that the main things that people care about is they want to be able to get easy curls in minutes, and they want these curls to last long, because with traditional curling irons, they're really tedious. They can even burn you. They can take a lot of time, and the end result just isn't there. Alrighty, ladies and gents, so now we're getting to actually crafting our product description. Now, this is an extremely vital part of the entire process, because you can have a winning product, but if you don't know how to format your text, it makes a huge deal. Now, this is what I like to follow for one product stores for problem-solving products. As you can see right here, I like to have the main benefit of the product, the main reason why someone would be interested in this, followed by a GIF, then 1 to 2 sentences about the problem they're having, and then talking about how our product solves this problem. After that, I get into this second main benefit as to why someone would want to buy this item, and that's all from doing research. Then I like to have an image, 4 to 5 sentences explaining how our product gets you that benefit, and then maybe throwing in some additional benefits as well that might not be directly related to that. It's not a big deal. Then main benefit number 3. So you really want to solve, or at least narrow down the 3 main reasons why someone would want to buy your item, and that's going to be your main benefits. I like to sort of make these all headlines in a way. I like to make them big, bold, and I don't really follow that framework of having bullet points anymore. I just don't think it works, or at least conveys the information as well as this. This is just what I see works. And then finally, we have our call to action. So for a limited time only, shop now to get 40% off your cute curls automatic hair curler, something along those lines. So I think that's probably gonna be the name of our actual product. It's probably gonna be Cute Curls, and then we'll have like a little trademark, TM, and then dash automatic hair curler. So that's gonna be the name. I like to do the branded, then a dash, then what the actual item is. So that it's an automatic hair curler. Now, for the actual description itself, I usually like to have the shipping times and order guarantee at the top so that people can see that. Then I'll have my actual headline. Now for this, it seems like the main thing people want are these dream curls, the curls that they always wanted. So I'm thinking something like create the dream curls, or create the curls you always wanted that actually last. Because that's a major pain point. When they're getting these curls, it takes so much time and they only last a few hours. So I think that could be a good start at least. Create flawless, maybe something like this. Create flawless, sexy curls that actually last. So maybe not you always wanted, because that doesn't really flow really well, that actually last. So something along that lines is the actual main benefit, and then I'll have a GIF of someone actually using the product, 1 to 2 sentences about the problem. So I'm gonna workshop this a little bit. Obviously I wanna edit it so it's not super boring, but when it comes about the problem, this is most likely that they're burning themselves and it takes too long. So if I was actually to write this, I would say, so usually when I talk about the problem, I say something like, are you tired? Are you stressed? Something along those lines. So are you tired of spending, how about probably wasting hours trying to get the perfect curls that never happen or that barely last with traditional curling irons. So something along those lines, maybe. Curling irons. Or are you tired of, I believe another one is burning yourself, and also it's sort of like an arm exercise, just having to hold the thing forever. Are you tired of lifting your arm for hours? Your arm for hours and constantly burning your face. Well, I mean, and constantly burning yourself just to get some decent curls. Yeah, I think that's honestly pretty decent. That it really sort of talking about the problem, it identifies it. It definitely then gets into more, not just talking about the problem, but also aggravating it a bit, because we're not just mentioning one, that, hey, you know, it takes hours, but also you're burning yourself. So we're really getting into the deep parts of that pain point. And then usually when I talk about the transition sentence, it's gonna be something along the lines of, well, with the blank, well, with cute curls, you can kiss that goodbye. Or, well, with cute curls, the automatic hair curler, you can kiss those problems goodbye, or you can get the curls of your dreams. You can get the curls of your dreams automatically in minutes. So this is just the general idea. I would have to definitely workshop this and look at all the benefits that I'm seeing up top, because there's a bunch, there's a lot of these right here. So tangle-free curls, perfect curls every time. We're definitely gonna incorporate a lot of these, and I'm thinking we might also, I think for headline number 3, we can definitely have something along the lines of get perfect curls in 5 easy steps, because I do need to have a section that is how to actually use it. So why not just also incorporate that with my main benefit? So get perfect curls in 5 easy steps. I think that's really, really good. Now for the second benefit, I did see this on another product description, and I know, copycat season out here. It's brutal. But guess what? This isn't elementary school anymore. Plagiarism is the name of the game. Your hair, your way. When I saw that, I was like, dang, that's pretty nice. So that's a good benefit right there, that you can customize your hair however you like, because there's different temperature settings. So you can do 160 degrees, which usually is softer curls. It's not really tight, not really firm. Or you can do 220 degrees, really burning it. And those last a hell of a lot longer. So I'm definitely gonna talk about that when we're actually writing this. Well guys, after workshopping this for about like 2 hours, honestly, because I really want to get down to the details and the nuts. I have made a lot of changes, but this is what I came up with. Create flawless, sexy curls that actually last. Ladies, we all know the struggle of wasting hours hoping for those perfect curls that barely last a few hours. The curls for the girls. Why does it take so long? Like, come on, you gotta buy the cute curls. That's how you get the cute curls, ladies, come on. So this is the perfect hair curler for beginners, as Cute Curls allows you to choose the temperature and set the time for your hair to avoid unnecessary burns and get salon quality curls in minutes. Oof, we're looking good, baby. Your hair, your way. So we got all the different benefits we're talking about, and this is just what I saw from analyzing a bunch of descriptions, a bunch. And even for the 6 easy steps, I had to combine a lot of the different descriptions I saw, because they would have different ways that they actually formatted it, different amount of steps. But I feel like we now have something that's really, really solid. And then for limited time only, click buy now to save over 40% off. Alrighty guys, so now that we got our description done, I know, new day, new shirt, we have to actually import the product from Oberlo. So as you can see, we have the listing right here, and we're gonna name this Cute Curls Trademark, because it just looks so goddamn professional. Automatic hair curler. Now, we do need to source the best creatives, the best images for this, and also pick which variants we want. Now, ships from China is not an option I want. I want just ships from United States, because I'm just gonna be marketing to people from United States. So this is the whole section we're gonna keep. And when it comes to the different colors, we're gonna do black, white, red, blue. Pricing is gonna be a whole different ball game. As we can see right here, this is costing about $27. So I'm thinking a good starting price is gonna be $59.99. So I can click change all prices. $59.99 as the new value, and bada bing, bada boom, all of these regular prices will change just like that. Now for compare ad price, I like to do around a 40% discount. So for this product, that's gonna be around $99.99. So we're gonna do the same exact thing, $99.99, change, and watch that goddamn magic. Woo! It's sexy. Now we gotta select some good images. So let's see what we got here. We got this one that looks pretty good. Automatic curl function. This lady right here. Let's see what else we got. Automatic styling. Now you're gonna notice a few of these will repeat, so don't choose something twice. It's not the end of the world if you do, but you just don't want to generally. So let's scroll down, see if there's anything else. Not really seeing much here. Yeah, I think we pretty much got most of the best creatives. And then after that, you're just gonna click the import to store button and it's gonna be uploaded directly onto your Shopify store. So if we go onto products, we should be able to see this cute curls. Now it's gonna be a mess. The description won't look great. It's gonna be full of these Chinese benefits and bullet points, but you already know we're gonna make that a little more razzle dazzled. So let's go here. This is what it looks. Right now, it's not the worst, but we're definitely gonna customize this theme because it is not looking super pretty. But before we do that, we need to install the apps, the backend. This stuff really does matter. Now, when we go into my favorite apps, the ones that make that money, in the beginning, I like to keep it simple, nothing too expensive like Zipify, that's $67 a month. That's just not practical in the beginning, so this is what I like to use. This is my repertoire. First off, Abandonment Protector. This is for email marketing. So when you log on, this is about $8 a month. You go to automated emails, and the only thing I set up is just my abandoned checkout emails. So you go here, you can send up to 3. I recommend doing that. And then when you click edit, I followed this same exact template. So you can literally copy and paste this into any business, any niche, any product. So super simple. Did you leave something behind? We got our logo, which I did change to black because it's just so much more visible. I think that looks really nice. Then hello, Ethan, you left something behind. We noticed you're halfway through ordering, but you didn't end up completing it. What's the matter with you, huh? You don't want your cute curls? You don't want to look good when you're going clubbing? That ain't it. So you're gonna follow this, you're gonna have a fake name, Alexander Clark, cute curls. You're gonna have your actual address or business address, virtual address. That does help with deliverability to have some type of address, so make sure you have it. Getting into the other emails, the second one, I like to do a discount code that is expiring soon, just to add some urgency. But if the main reason why they didn't buy is price, I'm giving them a reason why they can buy it then. So we're just absolutely melting all objections. Hey client, how would you like your own 15% off discount code? You can do 10%, 20%, whatever you're comfortable with. It depends on your margins. Then complete your order in the next 24 hours. Boom, extra curl 15, that's the code. And you wanna make sure to have this in the discount section. So you're gonna go to discounts, you're gonna click on create discount, then discount code. So whenever you're actually making one, make sure you actually set it up here, because that's how people will be able to use it. Then 15%, save, and you're good to go. So I would make this discount code something that actually applies to your brand, so make sure to do something. You can always do save 15 if you are a general store, it's not a big deal. Then we scroll down to the bottom, same type of footer, everything like that. Then the third email is gonna be only 3 hours left. Now, take a look at the actual send this email time frame. I do 9 hours, I do 3 hours, and then I do 10 minutes. So keep that in mind. Now, when we get into the third email, it's this simple. Last chance to get 15% off your order. Still on your mind? Of course it is, because you know you want these curls, baby. They look so good, so fashionable. You're gonna look like a god dang runaway model, so you need to have these. So don't leave behind the items you are about to get. So don't leave behind the cute curls you are about to get. I might actually say that just to actually specify it a little bit. So let's do cute curls. Cute curls for the girls. And then we're gonna save just like that. And we are good to go with our abandoned checkout sequence. Now the other follow-up app I like to use is SMS Bump. This is for text message marketing. It's the dynamic duo. You can't just have one, you need to have two, especially considering this is the app that gives the best return out of all the Shopify apps. There's no doubt about it. I don't think there's an app that consistently generates 5,000, 10,000, 15% returns on your money like SMS Bump. It's so freaking efficient. So all you gotta do is make sure you create your account. Now you do have to set it up by actually going to the dashboard. They're gonna have a little section that says view this guide. So you wanna make sure to follow this. It's super simple, you just read it. And if we go down here, like you need to have certain phrases in your actual marketing. So Oh, go to checkout. Make sure you have show a sign up option to checkout. So really, you're just gonna follow through these directions. It's super simple to do. It takes like 5 minutes and you're gonna have everything set up. Now, once you do, you're gonna mark this all as completed. Yes, I confirm, and then your emails are gonna start going out. Now, I do like to have auto reload, which basically means if you run out of balance, it automatically adds more. And this is an app where you definitely wanna do that. Now, once you do have all this set up, go to automations and make sure you have 3 texts set up. One that goes off after around 5 to 10 minutes, after 1 hour, and then 12 hours. Now the first one is the one after around 5 to 10 minutes. So this is what I like to do. After 5 minutes, I will send a text saying, hey Ethan, we noticed there were some items left in your shopping cart. Very suspicious. If you are ready to complete your order, your cart is waiting for your return at abandoned checkout URL. This is basically the default message anyways, so you can just copy that. In fact, I don't think there's much you have to change. The next one after 1 hour, super simple again. Special treat from Cute Curls. The cute curl from your cart is almost sold out. Oh my God. Tell Stacy, we have to get this deal. Get 10% off with discount code WAVES10. Again, make sure to set this up in the discount section because if you just have that there and they use that checkout and it doesn't work, you're gonna piss off a lot of customers. Then finally, after 12 hours, we're gonna go and send them a decently long message. So, hey Ethan, this is Alexandra from Cute Curls. Oh my God, that misspelling, holy frijoles. I just want to remind you that that 10% off discount code expires in the next 12 hours. So again, applying urgency to discount code, make them have a reason for buying today. That is the best way to actually convert. So you get 10% off everything in your cart with the discount code WAVES10. That's simple. Let me save this and make sure to have a stop to opt out message because I'm pretty sure it's illegal if you don't. Now the next app we're gonna install is Best Currency Converter. This has a couple of steps, but it works like a charm and it works in the back end automatically based on the user's IP address. Meaning if it sees that the IP address from your customer is in Spain, it will automatically change the currency on your website from USD to euros. So it's a super awesome app. I do recommend the $9.95 plan. Choose this. Just get it out of the way. If you can't afford it, you shouldn't be starting a dropshipping business. So let's choose this plan real quick and it's gonna make a big difference. So when we're actually installing this, let's do start free trial. And this matters if you are advertising internationally. For me, this might not apply too much, but sometimes you get people that are on vacation, even if I'm marketing to the United States. So it does happen and it's just nice to have it. So when you load into the app, the first message is gonna be how to actually install it. So you just click on this, edit your money formats. So you're gonna scroll on down basically to settings, bottom left. You're gonna go into general, make sure to blur this out, editor, otherwise the ladies are gonna be coming in droves. I don't know what to tell you. Now you're gonna scroll down to store currency, change formatting just like this, and they give you some code that you just have to copy and paste. It's really simple. So span class money, let's highlight that. Bada bing, bada boom. And then we are gonna apply, as you can see right here in the currency and without currency section, just like this. And then you also wanna copy over span at the end of these two. So we're gonna do that. Bada bing, bada boom, click save, and this puppy is ready to go. Oh my God, Ethan makes it look so god dang easy. I gotta start my own dropshipping store, jeez Louise. So we're gonna do yes, enable app, yes, auto switch, so it just automatically does it in the background. Now everything else, I just don't want it to actually appear as a little pop-up. So hide currency converter, yes. Simple as that, so that the auto converter's working in the background. So yes, that is exactly the settings I like to follow. Let's move on to the next app. Now CJ, we don't really need to explain, that's just for sourcing products, so you don't really need it in this instance. Now Crush.Pix helps you with your website speed. I think this is a little bit overrated, but I know for some people this is like, oh my God, my speed score is a -37. Ethan, what do I do? I can guarantee this is the reason why no one's shopping, even though my offer sucks and my product sucks, but it can't be that. It has to be the website speed. So if you're super into that, this is a really cool app. I believe it is free. So you just click on balance, next step. Oh, plan, ugh. Start compressing, $5 a month. I mean, personally, I wouldn't do it, but if you really want to, you can just start compressing, and basically it takes all your images and it makes them a little smaller so that your website's easier to process. Now, you can install it if you want. Personally, I don't even like this app. I'm deleting it because I don't really think it's worth it. Now the next app is definitely worth it, which is Globo Sticky Ads Card. I absolutely love this app. It has made me a ton of money on that one product store I just showed you, and just throughout the years in general. So what I like to do when they click on add to cart is I like them to go to the checkout page. So yes, save and continue again. Theme integration, yes, let us integrate immediately. Assimilate. Take over control of the hostess immediately. Don't look at me like that. Now, when we're actually installing this app, it's really simple. I believe the paid plan is what you want to actually be on. I hope that I'm on it. Yes, so let's upgrade real quick, just because you get some better upgrades and you can actually customize the cart. So you want that. So the $7 plan works fine for me. So when we do upgrade, I'm going to show you how to really play around. Alrighty, so we're gonna click on Sticky Add to Cart in the top left section so that we can do some editing. We're gonna enable this on both. So as you can see in the bottom, this is what it's gonna look like. They have different templates you can use. Personally, the one that's always worked best for me is, I believe, if I scroll down, yes, this one, template number 6. I absolutely love this one. So we're gonna click on overall, go to checkout, that works with me. Buy now, that's cool with me as well. The price color, let's see, I usually have it on black. That's typically what I like to do. So we'll do black, then we're gonna go back to the buy now button itself. Now for this, we wanna change it to the actual color of our add to cart on our website. Now for this site, I'm thinking I'm gonna do this pink that I really do like. So this one right here, yep, I'm a big fan of that. And we're just gonna make it slightly lighter when they hover on it. Yes, just like that. Look at that bottom right, look at that action. Woo, that's nice. And I think we're gonna make the text color still white. Yeah, that looks really nice. Now, it's that simple to install, and basically it just sticks there on the screen whenever someone is scrolling down. So if they're reading, let's say, reviews, they can automatically click this button to go straight to checkout. Now, Klaviyo, I think, is a little more advanced. It definitely has its place, and I do love using it, like on my one product store. But in the beginning, I don't typically use it for welcome series flows. If you really are interested in emails, sure, go ahead. But the next one I want to install is Loox. Now, Loox is a third-party social proof app, which basically allows you to import reviews, sometimes edit reviews a little bit, so that you can make your product page much more trustworthy than if you didn't have any social proof at all. So you're gonna click on this, it's super easy to install. Usually the plan I go with is a $29.99. It's up to you. Personally, I like this because I can add reviews onto my homepage really easily. So yes, I think that is worth the extra $20 a month, especially with one product stores where there's only 2 pages. Your home page and your product page. All right, so let's get into installing it right now. Personalize your review widget. I'm gonna okay that. I like to have the yellow stars. Call me basic, whatever you want. Now, email timing, I like to do after 28 days because usually in the beginning, your shipping time is gonna be around 2 to 3 weeks. So you wanna do the emails obviously after that because people are gonna be pissed if you're emailing them for a review and they don't even have the product. Alrighty, so we're gonna continue just like this. Now for discount code, I like to do 15%, simple as that. And then we're gonna click on finish. So it actually needs to integrate into my theme. So let's just make sure we go through everything. 4 stars and up, automatically publish. That's cool with me. Everything seems to be pretty good. Yeah, these are all the right sections for me. I like this a lot. Super simple. Display reviews though is the actual section I do worry about. So for star color, it did not save my star colors. How dare you? All right, there we go, F9, F100. Now you wanna make sure that the actual review date doesn't show because a lot of times you're gonna be importing reviews, so it's all gonna say the same day, which is very sus. So if you wanna not be the imposter, don't show the review date. So once we got that, write a review button, that all looks cool with me. I don't see anything that's really standing out. Sidebar widget, yeah, this is all pretty cool. And then the final thing you're gonna do from the display review section is scroll all the way down to the bottom where you have themes, click on your theme, and then integrate to Loox. Alrighty, so we were successful right there. So to actually import reviews, what you can do is drag this little button up to the top. As you can see, I have so many import to Loox buttons. Holy Hannah Montana! So when we're on the AliExpress page, all we can do is we can just click on import to Loox, just like this, click on our product, and then we're gonna do 100 reviews. Boom, fetch most recent reviews. Reviews with photos are typically the ones I like. This one has a Snapchat filter, ugh, gross. And then we can select which image we like. So maybe this is the one we want to do. import, simple as that. Ooh, look at the curls for the girls, looking good. Import this one as well. This one, not a big fan of, but yes, basically that's how you import reviews and what the final product is gonna look like, at least for now. If we go onto our site, we're previewing. So we scroll down to the bottom of our website, and as you can see right here, we got all our reviews in a nice and neat format. Now, I do like to edit my reviews a little bit just to copy over the Amazon copy and then pair it with the AliExpress photos, because as you can see, these reviews are really, really shabby, like wonderful. That isn't gonna inspire any confidence. So my 3 key points with reviews is make sure they solve 3 key objections. 1, that you have fast shipping. 2, that the product quality is immaculate. And 3, that the product actually backs up the claims it makes in the description. If you can narrow all 3 of those with the variety of testimonials, you don't have to hit all 3 with each review, then you're gonna be very successful. So make sure you're addressing each one of those pain points. Now the final app before we get into the big boy, which is Pagefly, is gonna be UFE. This is my favorite upsell app. It looks so freaking nice on product pages. So let's actually build a funnel right now. I'm not gonna do any cuts, anything too crazy. So build my funnel engine. What I typically like to do is do a volume discount. So buy X quantity, just like this. And then we're gonna scroll on down to next. This is really simple, I love it. So product page is where we're gonna do this. In page, yep, exactly like that. And this usually will show up under your add to cart button. That's where you want it to show up at least. So we'll do show on all products, actually show on specific product because it depends. And then we'll select the product. We'll do the cute curls, bada bing, bada boom, next. Now, for your actual offer, I like to do 3. For this instance, I'm selling my product for $59.99, but if you have the quantity as 1, then someone can just select this and get it for $5 off. So that doesn't make a lot of sense. So we like to do minimum quantity of 2, then 3, and then 4. Now for discount, I usually do 15 and then 20%. But let's look at these prices just to make sure if they look good. This one's still $15.99 for an item. I think we can do a bigger discount, to be completely honest, 15, 20. Yeah, that looks like a nice, irresistible offer. And then usually most popular, I like to do, in this case, probably 2, makes more sense because it is a little bit of a more expensive item. So we're gonna scroll, we're gonna click on finish. Now the last thing I'm gonna change is just the actual wording itself, but let's click preview just to see. And we're gonna scroll down, it should appear, there we go. 2, 3, 4, looking nice and neat. Ooh, that looks sexy, but just to make it a little more sexier, we're gonna click on edit funnel. We're gonna go onto general settings, and then there should be a section in translation. Yes, there we go, where we're gonna do buy more, save more. Super simple. That's the only change I like to do, and it works extremely well. This is what I have on all of my stores, and it converts very, very handsomely. Yes. So just to recap everything we have so far, we've made the description, we haven't actually imported it yet. Then we got our product right here looking nice and neat. Ooh, this theme definitely needs a little bit of work because there's only 2 pages. The reviews aren't looking too great. We got the home page. Let's just see what that looks like. There's nothing here. So we need to go onto the final, the ultimate app. The app that's gonna transform this website from a boring dropshipping store to a legitimate brand. And only one app can do such a thing. Pagefly. Now to be completely transparent, I have actually never used Pagefly before. I typically use gem pages, but that's no longer available in the app section. So, you know, we got to adapt out here. So we are gonna do home pages and we're gonna have a nice little theme. So let's do create it from a template. Are you sure you wanna continue? Yes, let's do that. So I usually like to have a banner followed by a few other sections. So let's see, this one has a banner, not too shabby. I would like an e-commerce filter though, so let's just do this real quick. So I decided to go with the Sola theme, and I'm not sure why it appealed to me. It has nothing to do with maybe hot bikini beach models or anything like that. It has nothing to do with it. Get your head out of the gutter, come on. You know your boy's loyal. Sola summer collection, look at that. That just looks really nice. So really, all I'm looking for is to get a good product image or a good image of a model with curls, then have some text on here that just links them to my product page. All right guys, so I'm gonna hop into Pexels here because there really wasn't any great images with my product that I could find at least as soon as possible, just for the sake of brevity. So let's scroll down. Let's see if we can find anybody that's looking nice and professional. Model with curls, model with curls. Do we see any? I mean, there was one here. Can we go with this one? You know, it's not the best, but it might just have to do. Alrighty, so for actually changing the image, we're gonna go click on the actual section itself. I know this can be pretty confusing. I know for me, I'm going through it right now, trying to teach you and act like I'm an expert here, but I've never really used this before. So let's scroll down to styling and we're gonna go to background image. Now this is where we're gonna reselect and upload from computer. So I did have a slightly better image I have in mind. I think this pink background, this girl right here with some nice wavy curls. We're gonna select that. Oof, that looks good. I really, really like that. So really what I like to do for this is have the main benefit of my product. So if we go back to our actual product description, it's gonna be this right here. So let's do create flawless, sexy curls that actually last. And then we just have literally our shop now button. And let's see if we can get rid of this section, delete, shop now. And let's change that color to the pink that we got going on, which I believe, if I'm not mistaken, is this one right here. So we're gonna just paste that and boom, we got our banner. Look at that, that looks really nice. Super simple to do. Wow, wasn't that hard. Now for a one product store, usually the next thing I wanna have is a link to the actual featured product of the store. So I'm probably just gonna delete this section. I don't think it's really necessary. This row, yeah, let's get rid of row. Don't need that. This section right here. Yeah, featured product, that definitely works with me because that's what we're actually gonna be promoting. So I like that. I'm curious what it actually will preview to. So to the left, which probably have another image of a wavy curly hair model. So let me get that real quick. Alrighty, so we're gonna do that same exact thing where we're gonna click on this image right here. We're gonna go to general, reselect. Let's upload our second wavy type of curled hair. It's not necessarily the best again, but like I said, just trying to get this all done because really you just need to put something out there. Imperfect perfection is the way to go. So that's gonna load, it's gonna take a second. And then bada bing, bada boom, look at that. Let's get rid of, I mean, bestseller we can keep. We can just name it Cute Curls Shop. Cute Curls, trademark. If we can get the trademark real quick, let's get that puppy, because that just makes it look nice and professional. There we go, nice and neat. This image, not really necessary. Then we scroll down, so we got the image of our product that's gonna appear. We got testimonials, which we're gonna have to change the images real quick, but that's no biggie. And then get more discount. I don't really have a discount section. I mean, featured product we're not gonna need either because it's a one product store. So let's get rid of this. This shop is powered by Shopify. It's definitely something we don't need. So we'll get rid of that, get rid of the column, get rid of row, get rid of section. Jeez Louise, how many freaking things are there? But once we do that, so we got the one product, got some testimonials. Then I usually have this section have some text on it and then a link back to the product. And then maybe if we're feeling a little fruity, we can move this down to the bottom. So let's do that real quick. And then we'll be good to go. All right guys, so it's been a few days and I know you're tired of me changing shirts, but I had to learn how to use Pagefly. It took me a couple days, but I do want to set some ground rules before we actually get into the app. First off, I am switching my theme to Turbo, and the only reason why I'm actually doing this is because I like the header and I like the footer. There's more customizations compared to Brooklyn where it's very basic. So really, this is the only thing I'm copying over, and as you can see right here, I did actually build this in Pagefly. It took me a few days, and I was able to do this really cool footer. As you can see in this footer, I can do a lot of different customizations in terms of I can add menus, I can add this need help section, which I absolutely love. Look at that, if we can just zoom in, oof, that's looking really nice. So that's the only reason why I'm switching themes. This whole homepage, I did it all in Pagefly. It does not matter what theme you're using. But before we get back into Pagefly, I do need to add my logo, so we're gonna do that real quick. Bada bing, bada boom. And I might have to get a white version because it doesn't blend in, or I can change the menu to white, which I think I'm actually gonna do. So what we're gonna do, hop into theme settings, go to colors, and we're gonna look for general. So this is gonna be header, background, and white. Now, you notice when I did that, all the text that was white was blurred because it was blending with the background. So we're gonna make this black just like that. And bada bing, bada boom, our logo's looking nice and schmexy. Let's see if we can make it a little bit bigger. So I believe if we increase the height, Yes, there we go. So I think that looks really good. We're gonna save, and the other place you're gonna put your logo is on the checkout page. So we're on our checkout page, and you're gonna open the checkout settings, and this depends on the theme you're using of how to actually access it, but when you are on this page, it should give you the option to upload your logo right here. So all you gotta do, just click on your logo. Once you uploaded it, select, and then boom, it should appear. Now, personally, I prefer the hot dog format where you might have the brand name, so Cute Curls on the right, and then I have the girl image on the left instead of directly over it. So instead of this, move it here so that it just looks a little bit nicer. But for now, I think this is cool. Cute curls. Now the checkout page is looking really good. Let me look at the buttons. Yep, all black. That's how I like it. Now, the real final thing I'm noticing is that it says all rights reserved to fancy hair clippers. So the way to change that is just going to our settings, and we're gonna go to general, because all the things on the bottom are just the name of our store. So now we know our store name is Cute Curls. So when we change that, the footer, the store, really everything is gonna change, which is great. So now that we got that down, I do believe we need to hop into Pagefly. Actually, one more pit stop before we do that. We do need to set up our domain. So the way to do that, you go to online store, then domains, then we're gonna connect an existing domain since we already bought this, shopcutecurls.com. Next. Once we do that, it's gonna ask us to log into our GoDaddy account by connecting automatically. And let's see the magic happen. Alrighty, so we're connecting. Wait a few seconds, success, cool beans, we're good. Now the way to change your domain to the one you connected is to click on change primary domain. It'll still be stuck on this one, so all you gotta do is change it to www.yourdomain. So we're gonna click on save. It's gonna be pending because it just connected, but once you do that, you are now good to go on the domain. Now let's hop into big bad Pagefly, and there definitely is a learning curve to this that I've noticed, but you can do whatever you want. It's possible, but you need to learn the tricks of the trade, because sometimes with other apps, it's just a straight road to do whatever you want, but with Pagefly, sometimes there's some curves, you know, you gotta take some extra steps if you catch my drift. So when we're on the homepage section, we are gonna create a new page from template, and I know we already did this, but I'm gonna show you how I created this homepage right here. It's fairly simple once you get the hang of things, but it takes time. And you're gonna have a lot of moments where you're like, God, this sucks. Why the hell am I doing this? I don't even like this app. I'm quitting dropshipping. You know what? I'm gonna become an accountant. And I don't blame you. But I believe this was the one that we used. So yes, we're gonna click this template Sola. So if you want to copy what I'm doing, feel free to. I have no problem with that. So what you're gonna learn first off is that with each section, if you wanna add text to an image, what you have to do is upload a section. So for instance, let's say add element, and we're gonna scroll down on this side so that we can actually add this. So you're gonna click layout, and let's say I just wanna add image. So we're gonna create a new section, just like this, where the background of it is gonna be an image. So how we can do that is you scroll down here to styling, upload your image. So let's say, for instance, I want to add text to this one right here. Now, once we got that, it looks really weird. I know, it looks weird where it's not fully showing the image. Now, the way you can actually add text now is you click on this plus, and you'll see all of these different things you can add. You can add a heading, paragraph, buttons. When you click on the Shopify element, you can add some really cool things. This is very helpful when you're doing the product page, because you can add an add to cart button. You can add your description, price, title, all these really cool things, and it even allows you to integrate with other apps. Like for Loox, which I am using, you can just slide it on down to your product page by clicking it, and then you just drag it on in. Now we're gonna use this a little later. It doesn't make sense here. And then if you wanna use Loox, obviously you just click on this, and then you have to click on the product that you want. But for now, we're not even gonna use that. But getting back to actually adding text on an image, what I'm gonna do is click on heading, then just drag this on in, and then boom. So let's say, for instance, I want to do, I believe, create flawless sexy curls that actually last. Okay, so we would just copy that over, and once we have that, the way we can really customize our text is going to styling, and then typography. This is the bread and butter. So this is where we can increase the size of it. This is where we can text align to the center. This is where we can customize the actual color. Because if you try to do that in this section general, and I know it has like the different colors, sometimes it changes, like right now, but other times it doesn't. I tried to change the color yesterday from this section and it wouldn't work. So I recommend a lot of times you do have to change it through the typography section, and it does give you the options like, hey, how to customize the font. Now, if you're not a big fan of this font, this is really cool about Pagefly. You can choose between about 1,000 different fonts from Google. So you just click on this little gear icon, and then once you pick a font that you like, let's say, for instance, if we just scroll through and then just select a random one, ASAP Rocky, baby. Then you click on this arrow, click done, and it's saved onto your little board right here. So if I wanted to change it to Oswald, boom, just like that, we got that there and it's looking really nice. Or maybe you want to change it to ASAP. And again, if you have a different one you like, just click on the gear icon. So now we know how to increase the font size, which is good. That's very helpful. We can also bold it. I think with this one, it's already bolded, so it won't let me do that. So we can italicize, underline, more settings. So if you want to space out the letters, you can do that too. So maybe you're like, oh, that's way too condensed. Ugh. Or the line height, you don't like that. You can also change that. You can really, again, build whatever you want. It just takes a whole lot of time. So we are just going to make this a 0 because, yeah. And once we have that going on, the way we can increase the size of this image, because I know right now it still looks really weird, is we click on this row, and then we are gonna go to padding. So I'm gonna increase the padding right here, and let's say I do 100 by 100, and boom, we're seeing more of the image. And maybe I'm thinking, okay, I wanna see even more. Then we just increase the padding again. So now we have this full-size image. We got text that's right down the middle. And again, I know it doesn't look great, but I just wanna show you how it's done so that when you're doing it, you understand how it works. Now, you can't choose, or you can't really move the text itself, which is a little bit of a flaw. As soon as you place it here, it's not gonna move. The only thing you can do is decrease or increase the size of the image. So for instance, if I wanna move this text down here, what I would have to do is most likely, we click on this section, and then we would have to decrease our height. So 110, actually, sorry, other way around, actually, my bad. So we do 200 and then 100, and then boom. So now it's a little lower on the image. It's not directly in the center like it once was. But yeah, that's sort of the workaround. Again, it's not a straight path. And I just want you to keep that in mind. If you try to add an image as well, and then add a heading to it, add any text, it does not work. So don't even try it. I spent a good hour where I literally just put an image and I was like, why the hell can't I add text to this? So let's say for instance, right here, I just try to click on a certain image like this one and I wanted to add text. It literally will not let you do that. So don't even bother trying. I tried to do this. It's a pain in the ass. So I was like, okay, let me add a heading. No, it doesn't let you. It'll go nowhere. So the only way you can add text to an image is that you add a row, then you change that row's background image to whatever you want, and then you can add a heading to it. So getting back to this one right here, as you can see, when we click on it, this is selecting a row. So the way we can change this image is go to styling, we go to background, and then for instance, we change it to the really awesome image right here. So when we do that, we can customize the text. So again, we're just gonna try to recreate this right here so you can see how I've done it. So create flawless sexy curls. Now, again, how do we lower text, ladies and gentlemen? That's right, we change the background image. You're learning, okay. So the way we can do that is all in the padding itself. So if I wanna move it up, then I increase the padding on the bottom. If I wanna move it down, I increase the padding on the top. So if I do 200, it goes a little lower, but I think for instance, what would actually look nice? I think if we do 400, then it does lower, and then boom, look at that. All right, so we got create flawless sexy curls that actually last. Now, when we go to this button, this is just a regular button. It's not an add to cart button, but on a one product store, we want this to go to the product page because we really just have 2 pages, the home page and the product page. And all our focus is getting people onto the product page. So we're gonna have multiple ways they can do that. So with this button right here, when you click on it, you can go to general, and what we're gonna do is go to URL. So when we click on this, we want it to go to our product, Cute Curls. So we select and then boom, whenever someone presses that, they go to our product page. Now I wanna also change the color. So the way to do that is go to styling. So styles is where you can really customize the color, the look, the feel. General is where you can really customize, I would say, the text on it. It's not the real fun stuff. So for instance, I do have my color code saved. So we're gonna save this. Then we're gonna go back and paste in this little section right here. And just like that, we got our Shop Now button. Now, if you wanna make it a pill-shaped button instead of more of a rectangle, what you can do, go to more settings on border, then you click the center one and do 25, and then you got a nice little pill shape. Maybe you wanna make it even more of a pill shape, then you can do 50. So right there, bada bing, bada boom. But this is actually sort of close to the text, so I want to add a little bit of a space. So how do we do that? Well, good question. We go to styling, add margin. Margin is where you can space out things. This is a really helpful tool. So if I add, let's say 40 margin, then boom, it spaces out the button and the headline. So if I click on this section, you can see exactly what I mean. Create flawless, sexy curls that actually last. Shop now. So now we got the banner done. You know how to customize buttons and where to do most of the customizations in general. So that's really good to know. Now, when we're getting into the next section, if we go down here, let's just scroll down. We have this section right here, which is the product. Now, in order to do this, if I was to do it manually, what I would need to do is add element, go to layout, and then these two, because this is how I can have something on the left and then something on the right. And as you can notice, we have an image on the left, then we have all these details on the right. So if I was to copy this, what I would need to do is add an image. So we just scroll down, move this on over, boom. Now we're gonna use the same exact image as the other one. Bada bing, bada boom, looking good. Now let's see all of the things we have over here. So we have product details, like all product details, which is nuts. So we are going to go to Shopify, go to product details, and then just like this, paste. Cool. Now that we have that, we need to actually select the product that is being mentioned, which is the cute curls. And there we go. So this looks pretty good, decent. I don't actually want this image though, right here. So we're gonna get rid of that image. And as you can see, now we have just the product title. So with this product title, we can increase the size, which I'm gonna do right here. And then we're gonna also center it as well. I believe, what do we have here for font size? 34, and then we're using the font family Poppins. So we are, what's Poppin? Jack Harlow. Okay, so we're gonna do Poppins, which I don't actually have saved, so let me look up Poppins, and then we're gonna move this font over, and we already talked about how to do this as well, which is great. And then bada bing, bada boom, that's what it looks like. Awesome. Now I have it more as a gray. I don't think we need to copy it exactly, but now we need to get the product compare ad price and the regular price. Now with Pagefly, it's really hard to add two things in the same line. There is though a little secret to get around that. So with this product price, what we want to do to get the compare ad as well is we click the Shopify element, and we know we have all these details. So you click on price, and then we got the compare at one right here. So we want to drag this under product price. And the way to get it on the same line is you click on product price. Then we're going to go down to display style. And when you click inline and then do the same thing for compare at price, it goes on the same exact line. So that's the workaround. And then we can see the product variant is really, really close. So let's add a little bit of space there. And if you guys remember, margin is the way we add space. So there we go. Now, I do believe in order to get this compare at price to the left, we need to move it on top. So I might need to actually reset the order as to how I did this, because yeah, it's not gonna do it the other way around. So we're gonna move this, let's say under here for now, and then we'll just move the compare at price to the top like that. And then product price will be under, and then at the same line. So there we go, cool. So let's increase the font size because it's really not that legible. Just like that, so we'll make it a 34. We'll do the same thing with the product price, 34. And then we can also add a bit of cushion between those two. And the way we can do that is adding a margin. Bada bing, bada boom. So let's also change the typography, well, the color at least. So if we go to content color, we can change this to purple, we can change this to whatever we want. I usually like to do a green. I believe we did black here. So that's totally fine as well. So we'll just do black and then make this more of a gray. A boring, old, snotty gray. No one likes gray. Ugh. Now I can see I did center it a bit, and the way I did that is added a lot of padding and margin. So if we wanted to really do this, I would have to probably do 150 margin, maybe even a little more, 180. And then we got it directly, pretty much directly in the center. You might want to play around a little bit with it. If you're super picky, which I am, I might do 170. And I think that's probably the closest we're gonna get down to the middle. So that's looking really good. But the next section we have is a heading. So let's add heading. So we go to add element, and now we know our heading is right here. So we just drag this, and let's see if we can get a little blue line. You're looking for that blue line. And I guess for now, we'll just move it here. Let's see if it allows us to put it right on top. There we go. So what text we use is get perfect curls easily every time. Now I need to actually just choose one font and stick with it, because right now there's a bunch of different fonts going on, so it's a little bit of a mess. So we're gonna just increase font size in the meantime, get this centered, and let's see, we have this as 27. So let's make that 27 as well. And I think maybe actually 30 looks a little better. So yeah, there we go. We got 30, it's perfectly centered. Is the spacing similar? I would say maybe there's a little less spacing actually. So for top margin, I'm just gonna make this 20 instead. And I think that's pretty much identical. Now the next thing is gonna be our countdown timer. And for a fourth time, we are wearing a new shirt. We got the college on because it's a new day. Now, for adding a countdown timer, you're gonna do plus to add an element. Then we are gonna do countdown. So when we type that, here we go. Let's drag this on in right under there. So when we're looking at this inspiration, we also notice that it's just a countdown, then shop now. So we need to get rid of this product variant box. We don't really need it. And with quantity, don't need this either. So we can get rid of this quantity field. So let me see if I can select this real quick. So now that we got that deleted, we got to do some dolling up with the countdown number and the countdown label itself. So in order to do this, we need to copy this code, this color code right here, and we are going to hop on back. So when we're going to styling, this is going to be our background color. Then we're just going to put that right there. So boom, we got the cool little background. Now, also when we're noticing this is a white number and white labels, but for the countdown label, let's also make sure the background is pink, and then we're gonna change the text from black to white. So most likely changing this one right here, yep, and we're gonna make this pure Snow White cocaina. And then we're gonna do the same thing for the countdown number. So we're gonna go all the way here. So now that we got it all pink, the next thing we have to do is set this to 3 hours. And the way to do that is don't click on countdown number, do not do countdown label. You need to click on the outside where it says countdown. And it can be a little tricky. I know, it's a pain in the ass. But once you do that and you're looking good, you wanna do on every visit. So you're on general, then you wanna do every day it restarts. And then after a specific period, which is gonna be 3 hours, this resets. So every day, when someone visits, this is gonna say 3 hours. It's gonna start counting down from 3 hours, and that's the time I like. Now let's see if we can get this all centered up. Oof, that's looking pretty clean, I'm not gonna lie. All right, so now we have to make this nice and big, because obviously this one's pretty huge. So when we hover onto our actual countdown number, we wanna make the font size around a 49, I believe. So if we increase this font size, just like that, boom, you see how it's getting nice and big. It's very reminiscent here. I would say we're pretty close. So we're gonna make this actually probably like a 72. And then we're gonna decrease the padding because as you can see, it's gotten a little off to the right. So we'll just do, let's say 160. So that's a little too much, 100. I would say 110. Yeah, so that's pretty much smack down the middle. Now the last thing I'm noticing here is that there's a bit of a space between the label and the number, so we can do a negative margin to get these things to be a little closer to each other, just like that, -10, and it is looking nice and dandy. But I do believe we want to increase the actual countdown label size, so that might interact or interrupt this a little bit. So let's just increase the size of the font, and that's looking pretty schmexy. Honestly, very, very, very similar. Maybe want to add a little bit more padding. So we're gonna go with -8, and that's looking really, really schmexy. I'm not gonna lie to you. And it's a different font, so obviously the size aren't exactly the same. I believe it's using the Poppins font, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it says Poppins. So Yeah, honestly, I don't even like how that looks here. So we're just gonna revert back to our original, and I think we're looking pretty good. Now, just to clean it up a little bit more, you're probably noticing these colons that just don't look good. So if you're on general, you can hover to more settings and you can click on show hour, show day, set full width, all these different things. And we can get rid of show colon just like that. Show label, we can even get rid of. You can do a lot of customizations, but just like that, we got rid of the colon and it's just all one big block. So the final thing we need to do is get rid of this product add to cart button because that's not the right type of button we want. We want just a regular button. So we're gonna click button, drag this on in right here. And now we're gonna do some customization. So we're gonna do shop now, just like this. Now for action, we want this to go to our product page, just like last time. So we're gonna do this, and I know we're repeating steps here. We like to really drill it into your brain how to get this all done. So now that we got that, we're gonna go to styles and really do some customization. So we're looking for a gray, and that is the culprit. We want to change this to the pink. So where's our pink? Pink, pink, pink. Pink for the girls and the curls. There we go. So now we need to increase the size because this is looking a little small compared to that. So let's increase that font size, looking good. I would say this is more, okay, so it's 24. So we're gonna do 24, just like that. And then probably just increase the width on each side. Now the way we can do that is go to padding. And if we do, for instance, 50 by 50, you notice how the padding increases on both sides. Now I would say this is closer to an 80. So we'll just do that, 80 by 80. And that's pretty solid. So now the final thing is we're gonna add some margin just to space this on down, and then we're going to move it on over to the middle. So let's see if we do 200-ish. Yeah, that's not that bad. Again, I'm just a nitpicker. So right there, very, very similar. I would say maybe there's a little more height actually on this one. So if we can add some padding on the height, that is very eerily similar. It might not be exactly the same, but now you know how to customize the buttons, how to add the label, how to add headings, how to do timers, all this different stuff. Now the next section we got is what our customers have to say. Now this is a very easy section that's already made. So if we go down here to our reviews, what our customers have to say, just like this. And I believe I only made a few tweaks to this actual page, like section, because this is an orange. So if we look for orange and then change this to pink, there we go. So we got the cool pink, and then I just literally changed the text to some reviews I had. I didn't even want the profile images, but you have that option when you're using this theme, which I do recommend, but you can just get rid of them just like this. And all you're doing is just copying and pasting reviews from your customers. So I don't think you really need a tutorial on how to do that now that you know how to do all these cool customizations. So the final section we have is this image right here with some text and then shop now, followed by this little discount section. Now, in order to do that, we've already done this once. This right here is an image. So we know that's no bueno. Can't add text to that. So we can just delete anyways. We don't need it. And then what we're gonna do is add element, go to layout, 1 of 1, scroll that down. Nice. Now for this, we're gonna do styling, go down to background image, and the image we used was this woman right here. So we're gonna add her in. She's gonna look nice and dandy. And you're probably saying, Ethan, that's not showing up at all. That looks really weird. And yes, sometimes it does that. So for more settings on background image, you can first center it and then you notice, okay, now it's on the hair, so we're looking good. Now you can do cover to make it even more contained. And then even that's a little ironic because the contain button has all these different images, but I do recommend doing cover, and then you can increase the padding in order for you to see more of the image. So if I was gonna do like 200 by 200, then you see a lot more of the actual image itself. Then we can also add our heading here. So we're gonna do that right smack down in the middle, which is going to be how to get perfect curls every time in 6 steps. Woo! All right, so we got the text in. We need to center just like this, which is looking good. Let me scroll down a little. It is in black, which I don't like. So I'm gonna show you how to add this little pink background. So this is the final sort of text effect you can really do. And in order to do that, you go to general, highlight your font here and also here. Then you want to go to the bucket, and if I wanted to make it the pink, let's copy that pink color one last time. And then we're going to change this. Boom. So there you go. That's how you do the pink background. You just add the little bucket icon to whatever you want. Now, if you want to change the text just to whites, again, highlight the same thing, and then we change it to white, just like that. So it's up to you, but that's how you customize the text. So let's just increase the size just like that. Oof, looking nice and dandy. And let's just scroll down a little bit, and we're gonna add the final element, which is going to be our button. So let's type in button. You guys already know the drill, and I'm gonna show you one last cool thing you can do just to save some time. So first off, let us go to our other button that we already made. And what you can do just to save a lot of time is click on this button, click copy styles, and look at the magic. This is some Harry Styles level of magic. So we're gonna go here and click paste, and boom, it makes the same button that you already had. And then we're just gonna add some margin to this, and let's see it just be perfectly down the middle. Again, I'm an absolute neat freak. I got OCD, but that is how we get it done. We are looking nice and good here, but obviously we're gonna go with this more refined homepage. So now we're getting into the money makers, the big ballers, the ones that matter the most. This is how you get those 3%, the 5%, the 7% conversion rates, baby. So let's get into it. We're now on product pages, and you're gonna click this little arrow, go to templates, and then continue. And first off, we need to filter these bad boys. Go to product page, and you want one that ideally has a picture of the product and then the title, just so it's a little easier. So you can choose this one, choose that one. I think those are the two best ones. So we'll just go with the Tech One, who knows? But we're gonna go with that. So when we're actually customizing it, we're gonna build this product page right here. As you can see, it's looking nice, it's looking really good, and it's really simple, and this is what's worked the best for me. So getting into the first things that you need to do, you're automatically gonna see these couple things. Now, when it comes to product preview, you wanna open page settings and hide product details, because then if you don't have this, it's gonna show the default product page from your normal theme on top of the one that you make with Pagefly. So it's double trouble, it's not good. It looks like an absolute mess. It's like a burrito with too many toppings, and that's just not good. So we wanna get rid of that and make sure you save. So once we got that, we know our current product page will not show up. It's just gonna show this one right here. So we're gonna go to product details after this and select the product we're building the one product store for. So we got this, and look at that. It automatically has this table. This product doesn't have a description. We honestly, you don't need it because you're gonna put the description a little lower. So you can get rid of product description. And with product variants, I do recommend keeping that, as you can see right here, and it automatically has the product price. So getting into our last lesson, we do want to have the compare at price. So just to reiterate on how to do this, click on price when you go to Shopify. We're going to hover this right under. Actually, we want to do it right over, because if we remember last time, the way to have these both on the same line is to click inline, and then click inline one more time, and then bada bing, bada boom. So we want to make this the same size, and I believe over here, if we go to styling, we made these 36. So we're going to do the same thing. Now, when it comes to spacing these out, I'm gonna click on the product price, and I'm just gonna add a bit of margin to space it out over there. So the next thing is we have variant and quantity. So let's get into how to actually add that as well. So we already had the product variant, but to add quantity, let's go to Shopify element. Let's go to quantity right here. And I like this one right here. It looks pretty nice, and we're just gonna slide that right on under. But we also need the text that says quantity. So we're gonna click add element. We're gonna do a heading, and we're just gonna drag this right on top. And we're gonna have to do some inline effects. So let's go to styling. We're gonna click on inline, and there we go. They're on the same line. So we're gonna type in quantity, just like that. And we're gonna add some margin because these guys are just kissing, they're making out. It's graphic. Oof, I'm not liking that. So we're gonna add, let's say, about a 20 margin for now. And then I do wanna space out this table because it's also getting a little too friendly here. So we're gonna do at least like a 20. So we're looking pretty good. And when we're looking at the actual spacing, this looks like it's a gray sort of font, a little more spacing, and then we also have different colors for the buttons. So to replicate that, we're gonna go click on quantity, we're gonna go to content color, and let's see if we can make a nice little gray. And I think that will do the trick for now. Now for buttons, you can customize this. I was playing around a bit, and this is sort of a gray on gray, a lighter gray on a darker gray. So we're gonna do, scroll down here, and this is gonna be our light gray. So that looks pretty good. And then we're gonna also change the icon. So we got the background color change. We're gonna scroll back up here to the content color, and we're gonna make this a slightly darker gray. And I mean, that's pretty much the same, except for the background color might be a little too darker gray. So we might wanna even push this up a little more, just like that. And that's pretty much close enough. I mean, if you really wanna be a stickler about it, which I am, I'm an absolute perfectionist. There we go, we're gonna keep it there. Now the next thing we're gonna notice is there's a giant product add to cart button. So there we go. We finally get to add our first add to cart. This is a special day. You're losing your add to cart virginities. Oh my God. I'm sorry that you had to do it with me. I'm the worst person to do with that kind of stuff. But we're gonna slide this right under or right over the table. That works too. And this is not going to be in line. So we're just gonna make this a block. And there you go, it gets pushed to the next line. So now we gotta do some customizations. We're gonna do buy now. We're gonna make this pink. Make sure we copy our color code for the millionth time. Then we're gonna go to styling. And I think you guys have a bit of a hang of it. You should by now, because we've done this half a gazillion times in this tutorial. Then how do we make it bigger? That's right, our font size. So we're gonna do this, and let's see what font size we use over here, 34, okay. And wow, same exact one, look at me. So we're gonna increase also our padding. This is gonna be around, let's say 100 by 100 for now at least. We'll try 100 by 100. Now, in order to make this a pill-shaped button, you need to go to the radius. So in order to do that, if you guys remember, this is border, go to more settings, and then radius. So we're gonna make this just like a 50, and that's automatically gonna make it a pill-shaped, which I love. Now, I wanna make this stretch across the whole entire section, just like this, and also have that pulsing animation. So we're gonna have to do a bit more playing around with the padding. Maybe 200 by 200 will do the trick, let's see. Okay, that's a little too much. Don't want it to be 2 lines, so we'll do 180 by 180. That's really close as well, 190. This is gonna be the final try, let's see. That's looking really good. Now the next thing we're gonna do is go on to general. We are gonna scroll on down to animation, and then when someone is hovering over this, when mouse is over, we want to have a bit of a pulsing animation. So if we scroll down here, let's see what we got. Pulse, just like that. Woo, that looks good. I'm gonna add a little bit of margin just so that's spread out from the quantity. Those are hugging a little too tight. We're just gonna do like a nice 20. And I would have to say that looks very similar. Now the next thing we're gonna add is the countdown timer. So if we do this one more time, we're gonna scroll down right under. We're gonna add a bit of margin just to spread it all out. Spread it out like some peanut butter on bread. Peanut butter and jelly. That's how we do it here. We take our time because we like to make masterpieces. Now, if we're looking at these two, the only real difference is if we're going to font family, it doesn't really tell me the font family, which is a little annoying, but we'll still make do. All right, so we need to first increase the countdown number size. So you select your number, then increase font just like this. Let's see what kind of size we're working on here. I believe they're saying 41, so 41, we'll do that. So we're at 43, lower that a little. 42, whatever. Now we need to make this down the middle. So if we're gonna do that, we need to add some margin. Alrighty, so we do not 200. And actually we need to select the countdown when we're doing this. So we'll, the whole thing, and I believe 120, 130. Yeah, that's pretty much smack dab down the middle. And then also it has this cool font. I would really like to get the name. I think it might be Oswald. And I am right, it is definitely Oswald right there for the countdown number. And I believe I didn't even change the countdown labels down here, so I should do that so that we can actually improve upon the already done design. Look at that. Oswald right there, it's looking real good. We got our countdown timer. Now remember, the last thing we need to do is actually program it. So we go to general once again. And again, you can skip this part because we've already done it. I'm just gonna go pretty fast now since you see me do this process. So every day, we're gonna do after specific period, 3 hours, bada bing, bada boom. Now we're gonna add some really important sections. This is one of the most important sections you need to have at the top of the product page, and that is your shipping times and your better than risk-free guarantee. This is what's made me thousands, tens of thousands of dollars, having this section and being transparent. So in order to do that, this is going to be an accordion. So you go to add element, click on accordion, And the one that I have is this one with the plus arrow. So we're gonna drag this right under just like that. And first off, only need 2 of these. So we're gonna delete one of the accordion items. Now you can click on the accordion item just like this to really customize the settings. So for first off, we're gonna do shipping times. Now in order to do that, shipping times, just like this. Not sure if I had it all capitalized. No, I did not. Oof. All right, so now that we got that change, we need to go to styling. And as you can see, we don't have a gray background. We just have a white background. We had the plus to the left. So we're gonna do a few little things right here. So first off, background color, we want this to be white. All right, so now that we made the background white, the next thing we wanna do is click off, and then we're gonna go to our accordions again. So this is sort of the general settings page. So if we go down, does it let me just select accordion? Actually, my bad guys, there actually is a different accordion where the plus is to the left. I was trying to move it, but I don't believe you actually can. So we got the wrong table. We're just gonna make that one more time. Alrighty, so we're also gonna customize this bottom accordion right here. So we go to general, and then we're gonna make the header text this right here. And for the actual font, I believe I'm using Playfair, if I'm not mistaken. So we can just switch this to Oswald for now as a placeholder. It doesn't really matter. And for font size, let's increase this bad boy to, if I'm not mistaken, this looks like maybe a 15, 16. It's a 17 in Playfair. So we'll just do like right around 16 to 17. So we'll just do 17 and bada bing, bada boom. Now the next thing we need to do is actually add this section. So when someone clicks it, we got this text under here, the paragraph that explains what our benefits are. So we're gonna go to our top left element, click on paragraph, and this is the first time I think we're using this, and drag it right in that square. So you want the blue lines to appear, and boom. Now I'm gonna copy this on over. Now one thing you need to remember is when you are writing any of this text and you're skipping lines, if you do it through here, it won't save. So for instance, if I close this, it automatically goes back. So in order to actually skip lines, you need to do it by clicking on paragraph, scrolling up, and doing it in this little text tab. Otherwise, it's not gonna save what you do. I know it's a little annoying. It was annoying me in the beginning, so you just gotta get used to it. And just like that, that's how we space it all out. So I dragged in our new paragraph right here. We're gonna copy on over this text and then just click paste. Then we'll just skip a line right after here. I mean, that's totally fine. So we got these sections down. We're looking real good. So the next thing is the table, and I don't feel like I need to tell you how to edit it. All you have to do is really just click on it just like this. So if I was to do voltage, we click on the second one right here. There we go. And then we'll just move this on over to the right, and just like that, there we go. Now, I have way too many rows here. I don't need 6, so I can get rid of a few just like this. So we just drag it. If you have unlimited rows, you have so many specifications that your mother couldn't even count how many, then yes, you can increase that. But I really just need like 3 right here to copy this. And we're gonna get rid of this block right here because we already have our add to cart. We have another accordion, which is just too many accordions, way too many accordions in one. And we're gonna delete like that. Now the final thing is that there is very little spacing after these sections, but on our original one here, you can see there's this giant white gap. So we're gonna click on our outer section. We're gonna go to styling here, and we need to decrease this padding. So if we do that, there you see, it makes a huge difference in the overall spacing. So we could try -10 here, and then it makes it even tinier. I don't even really recommend doing negative, so we'll just keep it as this. It looks really good. And that is our first opening section. So let's see, how similar does this look? Eerily similar. Now getting into our product page format, we have a headline, then we have an image. This is fairly simple, to say the least, and then we got a paragraph. So this is all one section, so you don't even need this next section right here. I recommend actually deleting it, just like that. And really what you can do to mimic it is go to layout, go to 1 of 1, and we'll drop this right under our big boy. Now we're gonna add our heading. So we're gonna click on heading, drop this on in, and we need to basically just copy that same format. So create flawless, sexy curls that actually last, baby girl. You know you want these curls. So we're gonna just copy that, move it on over, make sure this is centered, increase that font size by a lot. I want it to be all one line, but really big. There we go. Now there is a bit of a gap though, I would say, between this section and the first one. So let's see if we can actually decrease a little bit more padding just by doing that. 0. And then I believe there might be a little padding right here. No, there isn't. Okay, so we've gotten rid of more spacing, which is great. And now we need to add an image block. So to do that, we click on image, drag this right on under here. And then we're just gonna click on that, go to image source, and upload our first GIF. Now looking at this GIF, it is absolutely freaking enormous. This is Godzilla level of size, and we do not need all of that. So we are going to go to custom size, and then we can drag this on out, make it a bit bigger. I would say 574 is pretty solid. Now we're gonna try to center this as well. And if you remember, we go to styling, and then we're gonna add some margin. So let's try 200, okay, no, 300, pretty much down the middle. Now there is a bit of padding between this headline and image, so let's see if we can get rid of that margin. Actually, let's add about 20. Yeah, that is perfectly fine with me. So now that we got that, our next section needs to be our paragraph. And it looks like I made the image a little smaller. I'm not really worried about this, but really, we're gonna copy this on over, and then we're gonna add our paragraph. So the second time we're doing this, drag it right under our image, paste all of our text, and we do have to space it on out in the little paragraph text section. So I know, absolute pain in the ass. I usually skip a line though after each sentence. So we're gonna do just that. As you can see, just skipping a line, clicking that enter key, backspacing so that we have no little spaces. Now we do need to increase the font size as well because it's really teeny tiny. And I think the final thing I would like to do is text align down the center. So we got that section all done and carried out. So what we need to do is add another layout, but this time we're gonna do 2 so that we can have the image on the left and then our headline and paragraph on the right. Which it looks like this section already does for you. So if you really wanted, you can just add your image right here. So we would go to general, we're gonna scroll on up, get rid of that because that's not looking too shabby. And then we're gonna add this little photo right here. This little doodaddy looks pretty good. I would like to make it a little smaller though. So we're just gonna do something around 510. So that's cool with me. And then we're gonna drag this centered because yeah, that is way off center. Now we're looking a little better. So your hair, your way, that is gonna be our heading. We're just gonna paste that right here. And for the actual font size, I believe I used around a 50, 56-ish. So we're gonna scroll down, make this pretty big, 54, that's cool with me. Now we're gonna copy on over our paragraph just like this. Alrighty, so we got that, and we need to adjust this text size just to make it nice and legible. I would say 20 is not bad. Yeah, 20 is pretty good. So if we're looking at this right here, we got our next section, your hair, your way. I would say this is fairly similar. Nothing too crazy different at all. So that's how you do that. We got our headline followed by paragraph. Now let's look. Our image stops here and our paragraph ends there. Now if we're trying to compare this image, okay, so I think we can actually increase the image size a little bit so that we can make it sort of even. So if we do, maybe not width, but if we add some height to it, stretch it a little, maybe add a little bit more width. Yeah, we make it a little more even. Now scrolling down to the next section, we just have the opposite. We have a heading to the left, paragraph on the left. Then we also have a GIF and an image. And I know that seems crazy, but with all the spacing, I felt like that was the best move to do. So we're gonna scroll on down. And again, you have it right here. So if we were to move this on over, we're gonna get rid of this image. Then we're gonna add first a GIF. So I know this sounds a little crazy, but we're gonna scroll, make this more centered, and then we're gonna add our heading. So we're gonna copy this, make it nice and big, nice and legible for all of our older customers, older clientele. Gonna make this around 50. Yeah, 50 looks pretty good. Now, I would say the spacing is a little bit weird. So let's edit that, more settings. We'll do line height. I would say 57 is not bad. Now, right here, we have a list of items, which we really don't need. I mean, if you wanna do bullet point format, that's cool to know that you can do that as well. But I don't really need a list of items. I just need my paragraph. That's how I like to organize it. But it's all up to you, baby. It's all up to you. You can customize it how you like it. So we're gonna put this right under a headline and then just paste, and we're gonna do our skip lines. Alrighty, so we made the font size nice and big, nice and spaced out. Now I'm also noticing there is a bit of padding between these two ones right here. So we eliminated a bit of the padding as well, just to get these two sections a little closer. Now, as you see, these aren't very even because this GIF is horizontal. So it's like, let me add a little bit of space. So I'm gonna add one more image just to even the playing field a little bit. And let's see if we can hover this to the right. Alrighty, so we got our image added right here to the bottom. We're gonna click on our nice handy dandy guide. And there's a bit of a margin between these two. Yeah, a huge margin. So we're gonna get that a little closer. And as you can see, the sizes are now fairly equal. So we got that. The final part of our product page, ladies and gentlemen, is gonna be this heading right here, followed by our product add to cart. And then we got some reviews, frequently asked questions, and then this little thing right here. So we got a bit of padding that we need to remove right here. Okay, cool. So we need to add a new layout. We're gonna go one of one. We're gonna add a heading right here down the middle, which is great. And then we're gonna have our call to action. This is the big one. You need to have a call to action, absolutely mandatory. So we're gonna go general. That's all looking good with me. Increase that font size, nice and big. There we go, centered. And if we look over here, I think I changed the font to, let's see, Oswald. Okay, so let's do that just to make it look similar. Oswald. And there you go. That is practically the same thing. Font size is just a little bit smaller, like that. And then we gotta smack dab our add to cart. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna copy the styles right here, and then we're gonna add our own add to cart button. Now we're gonna add a plus, do Shopify element, add to cart, drag this right on under, and we've got to select the product itself. Cute curls. We are going to paste the styles on this add to cart button. We're gonna add it right down, smack down to the middle. So let's do 250. Might just add a little bit more, and I believe we are good to go on that section. Now the next section we have right here is going to be why shop from cute curls. This is getting so long, I know. If you're still watching this, thank you very much. I can tell you were very dedicated to being successful because I know this is a super duper long video. Now we are gonna copy this color code and we're gonna go to background of the image, and there we go, looking nice and neat. So now we're on our actual text. So we're gonna go to styling, go all the way up to the top. We're gonna make this white, just like that. And when we're looking at the columns now, they're not looking so good. So we need to change the background of them from the white to the pink, just like that. We're gonna do it for all of them. And now they're looking a lot better. So now we just need to change the text color from this black to more of a white. So we'll just do it like this, click on custom, go to background, custom, go to background. And now we got this as all white. So I don't really need to change the text, but if you wanna know how to get rid of the spacing, because as you can see, there's a bunch of spacing, we're gonna click on section, go to styling, and we already know there's just a bunch of padding. That's why it's crazy like this. So if we go to spacing just like this, get rid of all that padding because we don't need it. It's way too much. There we go. And then there is a bit of padding on these actual columns themselves. So we're just gonna raise them on up, get it nice and close. There we go. So that is pretty much exactly how I did the other thing right there. Nothing too crazy. I mean, the font sizes are slightly different. Now, we're getting to the last thing, which is really getting in our customer reviews and our FAQ. So what we're gonna do in our next section is add element, go to heading, and drag this onto the top. So this is gonna be customer reviews, just like that. We're gonna paste this text, make it styling, font size centered, font size nice and big. We can see there's a bit of padding and margin, so we're gonna get rid of that so that's nice and tight. And then finally, we're gonna have Loox reviews. So this is a third-party element. I'm gonna click on that, go to Loox and review gallery. So we're gonna paste this right on under, and then we gotta select which product it's for. So we're not gonna do review of all products. We're gonna turn that off, go to cute curls, select product. There we go. So now that we got that, our final section, thank the Lord, frequently asked questions. I am so tired that I can't even spell it correctly. So what we're gonna do is go down to these sections and realize, hey, we don't need all of these, so we're just gonna get rid of these ones right here and have these two. Do you guys really need me to change it and write it all out? I don't think you do. Now, if you want this hover button to not be green, let's just go to the hover state. And then when we're actually on background color, you can change it to whatever you want. So if you want it to be white, you can make it purple. You can do whatever you want. I mean, really, it's completely up to you. So if I change it to primary like that, boom, now it's all orange. But now when it's active, it's green. So we can change this to white, we can change this to gray, however you want to do it. There's 3 different sections. So if I'm hovering, I can change the color. When it's normal, it can be this gray, and you can keep it all the same. Again, it's up to you. So if I wanted to keep it all the same, I would do normal, just copy the background color. So it's this background color. Then we would go to hover, change it to this, active, change it to this. So that's how it would look exactly the same all around. So you notice when we actually have it as active, the font changes to white, which doesn't look so good. So we're gonna change this more to a black, like that. And then finally, we have our add to cart button at the bottom. You guys are done. Thank you so much for making your amazing descriptions. So we're gonna paste that right here. Then we're gonna copy styles. Let's do that right here, copy styles. And then we are going to scroll up, copy this, paste it. It's directly down the center. We're gonna get rid of this section right here because we don't need it. We don't need frequently bought together. This is a one product store. This shop is powered by Shopify. Not anymore. I don't want that to be seen. We're gonna get rid of this, get rid of row, get rid of section. And then this bottom little gray thing is gonna be your footer. So when we preview it all, this is what our hard work looks like. It actually is italicizing some things, so we might have to change that around in the settings. But we got our app here, we got our nice upsell funnel engine, we got our beautiful product page. It's looking so freaking good. Our reviews are looking good. We got our frequently asked questions by now. Our footer's looking beautiful. Praise the Lord, Mamma Mia. Good soup. Now, one thing that has been bothering me the whole entire process is the variants. We have all these variants we don't need, so if you don't know how to edit those, this is how you do it. So we have ships from, which we don't need. Color is the only variant we actually need. So I'm gonna go to more options. I'm gonna click on edit options. And what we're gonna do is get rid of ships from, get rid of plug standard, and we'll keep color for now. Now what we're gonna do is make this white. This is gonna be red, blue fish, red fish, goldfish, yellow fish, whatever fish you like. Save, and there we freaking go. White, red, blue, black. That is how you do it, baby. That is where it all goes down. Now, the next thing we need to do, guys, after all this is make our ad and upload it to TikTok. Now, before we get into actually working on the ad, I highly recommend checking out my TikTok advertising tutorial because it gives you a bunch of the benefits and my thought process for actually making the ads. And I make an ad live instead of with this one, I already have it done. So for instance, as we see on this PowerPoint, the framework we're gonna be following is hook, demo, social proof, call to action. So for each one of these benefits, we have different explanations, full explanations for all of these different factors. So if you want to learn more about making your ad, click on that video because it's going to save you a lot of time. It tells you all about what I do, like putting my logo, how much text you should have on the screen. It's a really awesome vid. So for our actual ad script, I do have some hooks that I have written out here, and this is just based on our product description itself and some good descriptions I saw online. So we got create flawless, sexy curls that actually last, get perfect curls anytime, anywhere, get perfect curls in under 20 minutes. That might be the one we go with. Then we got our benefits. So we got our whole section of benefits, your hair, your way, create perfect curls easily in the press of a button. But once you get all of your benefits, you got all of your hooks, then you got social proof and call to action. Then you need to really pick out what are the 5 to 6 benefits you want to go with, what's the social proof line, and then the hook as well. So after narrowing it down, these are the 2 hooks that I like the most, and then we got some good benefits. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need to get rid of one of these, and which one is gonna be the one that gets cut? So now we got headline, 5 to 6 benefits, social proof, call to action. Basically, guys, I gathered all the best clips from the YouTube videos from Alibaba, AliExpress, all of that, and I think I got it in the right order. Now, I don't have 5 to 6 benefits because this video was getting a bit long in the demonstration section. The clip I had was about 15 seconds, but really the final thing I need to add is my logo, and I need to remove the background. So it's gonna be this one right here, all the way at the top, as you can see. So we're gonna make this in the top left corner. That's typically where I like to place it. It's gonna be nice and small. We'll do it like that, and we're gonna stretch it. Now, if you're wondering what editing platform I'm using Wondershare. It's about $50 a year, and I know my editor said there was another one out there called, I believe, DaVinci Resolve, which is free, so you guys can check that out. I'm sure it's great if my editor loves it. So now, without further ado, let's check out the final version of our product. Just kidding, I'm gonna tease you a little bit longer, but what we're gonna do is set up our TikTok. So you're gonna add this in the Shopify App Store, TikTok. You're gonna click on Set Up Now, and this is all explained in our TikTok video as well, so just click on it. If you don't have this all set up, you don't know what you're doing. So for this, connect our TikTok for Business. We're just gonna log in. Yes, sirree, we're gonna connect just like that, pressing the button. It's gonna take a second, but cool. So now that we got that in, we're gonna select our other ads manager. Let's blur out the bottom one because that is my winning product. Next, we're gonna click on maximum. It's gonna say connect pixel, so you just select the one that you already made in your account. I'm gonna blur this out because again, name of the product already I have scaled. Then once you click on confirm, it's gonna just make sure everything is connected to your account. All right, so we got that connected, we got our payment method, and then finally United States for targeting locations. So our account is now synced with Shopify. So we're gonna head on to our dashboard, click on create campaign. And again, if you don't know how to set this up, we explained it in the TikTok video, Buster. You're late for class. So again, we already covered that lesson. Get back on task. So we're gonna go click on conversions. Name of the product is Cute Curls. Our break-even point is about 50 bucks. So we're gonna do BEP 30. I'm not gonna cut this section because I need you guys to see this. So what we're gonna do for settings, we're gonna do the same thing as the actual TikTok video that we covered a little earlier. So we're gonna select our pixel. You're gonna click on complete payment, just like that. We're gonna scroll down, then select placement, where we're gonna get rid of these other two ones. Pangle, yeah, you don't need Pangle. So we're gonna scroll down, user comment is gonna be turned off. So is video download. Sorry that my computer's acting super duper slow, but once we get there, scroll down, United States, and then we're gonna do Canada, just like this for location. And for gender, this is definitely a product that's gonna be female, 18 to 24 and up. Languages I don't mess with. And then for this section right here, interest and behavior, what you want is one main interest and then a behavior to pair with it. So our main interest is definitely gonna be beauty and personal care. So we got that. And then finally, video interaction, which is going to be, let's see, beauty and style makes sense. So we're just gonna name this ad group beauty and personal care dash beauty and style. So that's the name of our ad group. We're gonna scroll back down. As we can see, everything's good. We're gonna do 15-day window. Then device, you don't have to worry about. Targeting expansion, don't need to worry about. Daily budget's gonna be 20. Scroll down, lowest cost, click next, and you're good to the ad section. All right, so ad section, we're gonna name this ad 1. Super simple, super boring, just how I like it. Now we're gonna upload our ad and you guys are gonna get a chance to see this ad 1 hair. Oh baby, I don't know if you guys are ready. This is it. This video is gonna at least be an hour long, I can already tell. And now we're gonna get it all pieced together. What an adventure, what a road. This feels like a movie. It was like a Titanic movie, 3-4 hours long. You didn't know when it was gonna end, but it's finally happening right now. Confirm, okay. Guys, I do wanna set up the display name and everything just so that we have it all ready to go. I have the ad text right here. We're gonna copy it in, it's gonna look beautiful. Oh my goodness, Cute Curls, automatic haircut, 40% off. Oh, let's just do shop now because it's cutting off anyways, so we'll do shop now. Let's see how that looks. It's being annoying. Jesus. All right, cool. So we figured that out. And for the call to action, we're gonna do shop now. Then we need to grab our URL, which is this one right here. Gonna paste it just like that. All right, so I need to change my URL real quick because it has the trademark. And when you copy a URL with the trademark, it is not a good deal. So we're gonna copy this new URL that we make. So we're gonna click on view, Copy this, move it on over to URL, paste that bad boy. Shop now is the call to action. Text is looking good. It is almost time. We have to do the profile image. And oh my goodness, it's time.
Taking a 1-inch section of hair, and you're going to place it in between the 2 small barrels on the inside. And then you're going to hold the spin button, hold it in place, and it'll beep when it's time for you to let go of your hair. And then you just click.
Oh my gosh, that giant black bar. I need to edit the video. Okay, we're going to do it after. Always something wrong.
These curls are beautiful. They're very bouncy, very shiny.
Pros, I love that it does the job and it advertises what it does. And honestly, with a little bit of practice, the first couple of strands, you get the hang of it really quickly.
Also, the Trustpilot thing is interacting with the cute curls. I gotta move it there. So there is some edits we gotta do. But that's the ad. That's everything. If you wanna know how I test products on TikTok, watch that video, because all I'm gonna do is just edit this ad, probably make another one with a different headline so we have 2 ads. Then I'm gonna duplicate this ad group 4 times so that we have 5 ad groups, 2 ads, and that is everything. Well guys, that was an absolute adventure, and if you guys enjoyed, feel free to like, comment down below, subscribe, and if you want my help building your one product store so that you don't have to go through this painstaking process, you can have a professional do it for you, and also have me helping you make your amazing ads so that you can crush it with TikTok ads just like I have been able to do with my one product store. All you gotta do is click the link down below and download my free course where I explain everything I do, and you get a chance to reach out to me to get more details about my program. But the fastest way to reach out to me for mentorship is to DM me the word ecom on Facebook, Instagram, and I'll get you all the details about how my programs work.